This is continuing with the attraction and approach phase. All of this is important to know, okay? Now, this is through years and years of study. I love to read. I've read hundreds, if not thousands, of books. This is one of the key points I wanted to bring forward to you. So in ancient times and cultures all over the world, women have always been linked to the moon, strangely enough. Almost every woman you meet is in one of these three stages in life, okay? She's either the Maiden, which is between 15 and 24. This has always been associated with the waxing crescent of the moon, where the moon is just starting to come out after the new moon. The competition for her is most fierce at this stage of her life, and maximum attractiveness is pretty much typical at this stage. Nature has set it up to where us guys find her frankly irresistible, so we want to mate with her, and you know, whether we want a baby or not, that's really what this is all about. The force of evolution is driving us to impregnate her, okay? So the woman at this stage is generally free-spirited and complete unto herself. I don't know if you've ever observed that, but this kind of goes in hand with that statement by Bono, or it may have been even before Bono, but the statement is, a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle, okay? This is what I'm talking about, the maiden phase. She's got tons of admirers. All the competition for her affections is as fierce as it will ever be. So she's very free-spirited, very happy-go-lucky, and feels very complete unto herself. She doesn't really need you. She could drop you in a hot minute like a Beyonce song and put your stuff by the door. So just be aware of this stuff. It's going to factor into your thinking. The next stage, I mean, all women go through this. 24-ish to 49-ish. This is the mother phase, the desire to have babies. Being a mother, the desire to be a mother will be at its strongest during these years. And this is associated with the full moon. So it always has been. Think of it, full moon, round baby in the tummy, right? The competition for this lady at this stage of her life, it correlates to her own desirability and magnetism. So it's very typical, especially if she's an attractive woman, she's probably going to either want to or become pregnant at some point, and then becomes very naturally engaged in the responsibilities of raising a child. It's very natural. It's what keeps the world moving around. So that's the mother phase. The next phase is what I am kindly calling the Maven phase, which is someone who's experienced, essentially. This is 50 years old plus, basically, to the end of her life. So nature has set it up for her beauty to fade. I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger. You guys may not shoot the messenger, but I think a lot of women would really hate that I am saying this and exposing this. I don't think they know it themselves, most of them, but I think on an unconscious level they do, that their beauty is definitely going to fade, which is really their whole shooting match, because that's their ability to capture a man, to get provisions for her children, to get security for herself. But her market value is definitely going to fall off a cliff once she gets around 50. Now, sometimes it can happen where the woman, like a Wonder Woman, like literally Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, she's like maybe almost 70 or over 70. She still looks pretty good. But the vast majority of them, I'm not going to name names. I could name names. I could be really malicious here, but I'm not. There are so many women that were attractive, but once they hit this point, nature has set it up for her beauty to fade, for the most part. I wish it was not the case. But really, this phase of life, the Maven phase, what has been called in times past the crone phase, which the crone phase is quite negative. Basically, this is associated with the new moon, which is basically no moon. You don't see it at the new moon phase. So basically, she goes more and more to obscurity. Now, she may go and become a grandmother. She may become a homebody and find other passions in life that really give her excitement and joy. I'm not saying that her life ends, obviously, but we're talking about the physical attractiveness. And most men, let's be honest, not all, of course, but most men are not really worried about gals that are over 50. It's just the way it is. We're programmed to be attracted to youth and desirability, and gray hair in a woman just doesn't really cause the old boner to take off. You know what I mean? So competition for a woman's affections at this stage is greatly reduced, or perhaps not at all. She's moved past the MILF stage, and it's possible for a woman to maintain attractiveness and desirability at this stage, as I've mentioned, but it is extremely rare. But she's gained a lot of knowledge and experience in life, okay? So I hope you understand. This is important philosophy to understand the woman that you're pursuing or interested in, kind of making a quick note about what category she's in, because then you'll be able to kind of tailor your approach to her, okay? I think this is enlightening information.